Today is 4th December 2020, Friday. We'll continue with our lesson coordination, the linking system. Reflex. What are the important topics today? We'll see the reflex arc, autonomous nervous system, peripheral nervous system. Okay, what is reflex arc? It is a neural pathway that controls a reflex. In vertebrates, most sensory neurons do not pass directly into the brain, but synapses the spinal cord. This allows for faster reflex actions to occur by activating spinal motor neurons without the delay of routing signals through the brain. So the reflex act continues of 5 steps. What is consist of how many steps? 5. Order, sensor, sensor neurons, control center, motor neurons, and muscles. 5. These 5 parts work together as a relay team to take information up from a sensor to the spinal cord or backbone or the brain and back down to the muscles. Understood? These 5 muscles are always ready, they work properly, then that only we get other information. We get the nerves call from the spinal cord and brain and back to the muscles. This is a team working in our body. Reflex arc is the pathway of nerve involved in reflex action. Reflex arc involves receptors. They receive the signals from external environment. Sensory neuron carries a message from the receptor to the central nervous system. Understood, dear? A reflex arc refers to the neural pathway that a nerve impulse follows. The reflex arc typically consists of 5 components: the receptor at the end of sensory neuron, which reacts to the stimulus, and the sensory afferent neuron conducts nerve impulses along an afferent pathway towards the central nervous system (CNS). Understood? The reflex arc describes the pathway in which the nerve impulse is carried and the response is generated and shown by the effector organ, EFFECTOR, effector organ. The reflex arc typically consists of 5 components. The receptor is present in the receptor organ. See the diagram here: sensory neuron, motor nerve cell, effector muscle, receptor, interneuron, and transverse section of this spinal cord. The reflex arc is there. So the reflex arc consists of 5 steps: order sensory, sensory neuron, control neuron, motor neuron, and muscles. Understood? I am repeating it again. Listen carefully. The 5 parts work as relay team. Got it? Reflex arc componently. Most reflex arcs have 5 components: receptors, sensory neurons, interneurons, motor neurons, and muscles. They go back to the brain or to the muscles. Sensory neuron sends electrical impulses to relay neuron, which is located in the spinal cord of CNS, central nervous system, brain. Relay neuron connects sensory neurons to motor neurons. Got it? Motor neurons send electrical impulse to an effector. Effector produces a response. Muscle contracts to move hand away. How to draw a reflex arc? Draw a shape, apple of a shape. Draw 2 tubes into shape as from both the sides. Position the receptor and effector as shown. Connect the receptor and effector with nerves as shown and label it. Just I have shown you the diagram in the last slide. The dorsal root transmits sensory information, forming the effector sensory root of spinal nerve. This is a 4-mark question. Listen to it carefully, draw it carefully. Afferent pathway, sensory or afferent nerve fibers travel from the lower urinary tract to the spinal cord to a backbone through what? Pelvic, hypogastric, and pudendal nerves, the same nerves that contain the fibers of motor neurons. Understood? The autonomic nervous system is a control system that acts largely unconsciously and regulates bodily functions such as heart rate, digestion, respiratory rate, the breathing system, pupillar response, urination, and sexual arousal. This system is the primary mechanism in control of fight or flight response. Understand? What is autonomous nervous system? The autonomic nervous system is a control system that acts largely unconsciously and regulates bodily functions such as the heart rate, digestion, respiratory rate, pupillar response, urination, and sexual arousal. This system is the primary mechanism in control of fight or flight response. The autonomic nervous system is a part of nervous system which supplies the internal organs, blood vessels, stomach, again the intestine, kidney, liver, genitals, lungs and pupils, heart and the sweat, salivary and digestive glands. The autonomic nervous system has two main divisions. What are those? Sympathetic and parasympathetic. Autonomic nervous system is classified into subsystems, again smaller systems, parasympathetic and sympathetic. Many think of sympathetic as fight or flight, as just we saw, and parasympathetic as rest and digest or feed to the. It is used in feeding system. The parasympathetic, both are important in their respective ways. Sympathetic nervous system, autonomic nervous system, which also includes parasympathetic nervous system. Understood? The actual how do you cry? Everyone cries, and then what happens? The actual act of crying is driven by parasympathetic division of ANS. Is the activation of lacrimal glands is innerted solely by the parasympathetic efferent fibers of seventh cranial nerves. Salivation in our mouth, saliva is present as a part of its rest and digest functions. The parasympathetic nervous system stimulates what? Saliva in our mouth, which contains enzymes to help your food to digest. Lacrimation is a fancy word for making tears. When you cry, it is lacrimation. Understand? Tears keep your eyes lubricated, preserving their delicate tissues. The parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for body's rest and digestion of food responses, where the body is relaxed, resting, and feeding. It basically undergoes the work of sympathetic division after a stressful situation. The parasympathetic nervous system decreases the respiration and heart rate and increases digestion. What happens in the heart? The heart relaxes and beats slower. This makes the heart rate and the blood pressure low. The lungs, breathing slows down the bronchi, the tubes that brings air to the lungs and also get narrower. It can affect the blood pressure, temperature control, the digestion, bladder function and even sexual function. The nerve damage, what happens? It interferes with the message sent between the brain and other organs. The area of autonomic nervous system such as heart, the importance of nervous system, what it is controlling: heart, blood vessels and sweat glands. What are the preventive guidelines to keep your body and healthy and your nervous system healthy? You should exercise regularly, you should not smoke, no use of tobacco products, get plenty of rest, take care of your health, which cause because decreased nervous system damage. It should not happen, it is unhealthy. Eat a balanced diet, take good rest. After a prolonged exercise, regimes are typically 8 to 12 weeks. Take at least 1 week off from anything intense to allow for recovery. Make sure to get adequate sleep between training sessions, as this is the best way to let your central nervous system recover fully. Understood? Rest is the only adequate sleep controls your nervous system. It is good remedy for a healthy nervous system. Treatment of nervous system related diseases or disorders may also include the medicines, as your doctor says we have to use it, deep brain stimulation, spinal cord stimulation, rehabilitation or physical therapy after brain injury or stroke. Spinal surgery it can cause. What are the symptoms of nerve pain and nerve damage? Inability to sense the chest pain, such as angina or heart attack, takes place. Why? What happens when nervous system breakdowns? Heart attack or it starts with symptoms like chest pain, too much of sweating or too little sweating. Some sweat a lot, some don't sweat at all. Lightheartedness, dry eyes and mouth, constipation, bladder dysfunction. These are the symptoms of it. Sexual dysfunction. Now there's a diagram here. This is very important. Take it as a homework and draw it and explain it to me, sympathetic and parasympathetic. How it controls, what it does, isn't it? Slowly, slowly you'll understand if you draw it properly and send me as homework.